Objective Fan. The Objective Fan.
Welcome to the show. And as always, man, we have a whole lot to talk about. Yo, Joe Budden opens up a huge can of worms on a Jalen Brunson discussion. The NBA forecasts, different rankings, power rankings, wins from The Athletic. We're going to discuss how they feel about these New York Knicks. And of course, our flagship topic, Jason Tatum's dad. Woo! I can't wait for my debate. Jason Tatum's dad completely trashes the Celtics and bigs up the Knicks. Ooh, I got an OG topic that may piss off the OGites. I don't know if I'm going to get to it. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that to the OGites tonight. But I just want, it's not me, though. It's not me, for the record. I'm on the OGite side. Salute to the OGites. But my main question of the night, because I saw a video from the Cousins podcast with T-Mac and Vince Carter, and they were talking about NBA championship versus MVP, which is more valuable. But I feel like that's a weak kind of angle. I think the better angle would be, and this is my question, does the MVP, is that more important than getting the finals MVP? Does Jalen Brunson's finals MVP trump SGA's? So look, man, we're going to discuss all these topics tonight on Level-Headed Knicks Talk. What's up, Knicks Nation? I am your host, Karan Pierre, the Objective Fan, and I'm straight out of Kings County, New York City's finest. Man, you know the vibes. Tell a friend that we live, man. Hey. What's up, New York City, as the good weather continues. Beautiful days. But before we begin this show, we do have to address the proper formality. We have to smash that like button. So as you enter the show, all you have to do is smash that like button so we can let the YouTube algorithm know that this is the place to be, and we're still cooking with hot grease. And while you're at it, you might as well subscribe, because well over half of you guys who watched in the last 28 days are not subscribed. So subscribe now and help us close the gap. We're on the road to 10K subs, and each time we reach new subscriber milestones, we do have special giveaways. And it just so happens we're going to give away a pair of OG Anunoby sketches this week. So the only way to be in the contest is 1, subscribe. 2, you better hit that bell icon so you get all the notifications, because you just never know which day we're going to give those OGs away. But salute to y'all. What's going on? Who we got in the building? Let's see. We got Joseph in the building. Big time salute to you. Of course, Maxine, the super producer.
Mad Max Productions.
What's going on, Zach? OKF Nation. Mellow Mike, OKF Nation, and the Westchester Knicks correspondent. Big time salute to you. Who else we got? Salute to Marie B, OKF Nation. Mr. William, what's good? Cleo, don't call me Cleo, call me Champ, in the building. All right, tone stuff up. What's going on? Mr. Williams, let's get to it. Yeah, we're gonna have a nice show tonight, y'all. So as y'all enter, continue smashing that like button, man. Wow, what a day. You know what? Before I begin, and I'm gonna probably do this for the next week. So this may sound repetitive to some of y'all, but we do have to address another formality of this show. All right. We have a very, very strict language policy moving forward. We've been having some conversations and having conversations and having more conversations. All right. And some of the things that were brought to our attention from, channel members and just people is the swearing that was taking place on this show. So we have to tighten up. The YouTube has a very, very strong algorithm. All right. So we came up with the anti-swearing policy for the keep it clean, family-friendly vibes only. All right. We said, let's treat it like a job interview or like grandma's house. But look, you're going to get a warning. So we're not just going to get rid of you if you make a mistake. But on the second swear, we gotta keep it pushing, right? And of course, that may come with notice or without notice. But you've been warned. Okay, going forward, this is the policy. And if we have repeat infractions, all right, calls will be blocked. And you could lose access from calling the show. So we don't want to do that. We appreciate y'all. Salute to y'all. But I'm just laying the ground forward, the standard forward that going into this next season, this is how we have to conduct ourselves. All right. All right, cool. Let me see who's up in the building. Oh, I gave everybody a salute. No, I wanted to give another. I'm all over y'all. Got so much going on. By the way, the New York edition of the 82 Nights is available for pre-order. All right. All you have to do is check the Linktree /TheObjectiveFan. What I'll do right now, I'll put the Linktree up in there so you can check it out. And of course, for a limited time, pre-orders do come with free shipping. All right. I'll talk more about this a little bit later, but I do want you to check out the Linktree /TheObjectiveFan. And I'm pinning it in the chat. All right. Trying to think what else. By the way, tomorrow, we will release the James Baker interview. All right. Tomorrow night, it's going down. The official release of the James Baker interview. Hopefully you guys will be in the building. Salute to all the channel members that already checked it out. So what makes James Baker, his story very, very powerful is that he went to school with Walt Clyde Frazier back in the SIU days. So we get a snapshot of Walt Clyde back in the day before he made it to the Knicks. How he shaped his personality, all of those good things. So that's going to drop tomorrow. All right. And, man, so much more going on with the channel, but there's time to talk about it. So look, man, I'm going to get to my first topic. All right. I'm going to start off light, but I do got an OG Anunoby topic that it may make some of y'all mad. But sometimes, being the objective fan, you know what I realize? I don't want to sound like I'm too nicked out. Like where it's like, I'm so into the Knicks that I can't see an opposing view. I can't see an opposing argument. Okay. And I think that that's just counterproductive, right? If that's how you want to conduct yourself. Nonetheless, all right. I'm going to get to my first topic. I want to talk about Dylan Jones. Salute to Dylan Jones, man. He helped give us the game plan as to how the Oklahoma City Thunder was able to rattle their troops. And he helped inspire Mike Brown, who takes input from his players and showing them the Pacers footage in order to inspire them by making them sick and feel terrible. Because you don't want to think about an L you took. Last thing you want to see is the footage of it, right? And he learned that from Dylan Jones. Dylan Jones is not signed with another team. He's still a free agent, all right, that potentially could come back. But we got some news about Dylan Jones and where he will be spending a lot of his, well, not a lot of his time, but some of his time this summer working on his craft. Go to research mode. So Dylan Jones right now, because the team, first off, salute to Team USA, man. You know what I mean? Like Team USA definitely doing their thing, man. Honestly, I predicted, and this is my prediction. I think that the 2028 Olympic team might be one of the most dominant teams ever. Now, I know that's going to sound crazy. How could you say that with all this competition in the world? You got the Wimby Wombas, you know what I mean? No, that's the Celtics song. Hold on. What's the Wimby Wamba? Still learning my soundboard. Trying to remember everything by heart. This is the Wimby Wamba. Because he's a crybaby and a glorified silver medalist. All right. You got the silver medalist, right? You got SGA. You got Jokic, you got Luka, but the one thing people don't realize, they're not playing on the same team. It's not like you got Jokic, SGA, and everybody on the same team. They're scattered about. America by far has the best talent in the world. It's not close. So yes, the top guys, the top guys in American, his name is Jalen Brunson. We're going to get to that in a second. For the record. I know they want to take that away. But the bottom line that I'm trying to say is that we're so elevated on the talent level when compared to the rest of the world that we have to go send Dylan Jones and guys like this to World Cup qualifiers because we already qualified. So Knicks forgotten wing lands major opportunity ahead of training camp. Now, I don't think he's a forgotten wing at all. And honestly, out of all of the two-ways that were there last season, I think has the greatest chance of returning unless another team signs him to a actual deal. Or if he gets an invite to a team that he honestly thinks that he has a fair chance of making. I think Dylan Jones is coming back to the Knicks. I just have a funny feeling about that. All right? Now, former Knicks two-way, who might be a future Knicks two-way, has earned a place on USA Basketball's 12-man roster. Salute to that. That's good basketball right there. And this is for the fourth qualifying window of the 2026 Men's World Cup campaign. No, I think America does got to qualify. Now that I think about it, I think they do have to qualify unless the Olympics gives them credit. I'm on 100 on that. Because I think if you win the Olympics, you automatically get credit. I don't know. I would have to look into that. But I do remember they lost the World Cup. They did not medal, but they finished in the top 4. So I'm pretty sure the U.S. is already qualified. But nonetheless, you still got to send a team, I guess, to these events. So Dylan Jones will be on the USA team for this World Cup qualifier. All right. And if you want to know when he'll play, and we could check this out. Matter of fact, the 27th, that's in a couple of days, right? I wonder what time the game comes on. But it's going to be in Chile, so it'll probably be early in the morning. Because I would have said, we could have did some like play-by-play joints, but the game might be too early, so it probably wouldn't work. We'll see. Channel members, let me know if you want to do that, because I wouldn't mind watching the games together, like how we did for Summer League. Y'all want to do that? Just let me know. But that's when they'll play August 27th against Chile, and then Colombia on the 31st. Honestly, dog, I don't even know if we have any NBA players from Colombia. I'm trying to think. I don't think I know any Colombian NBA players. So, I mean, this is the level of the competition they're going to be facing. It should be easy pickings for these, Team USA qualifiers. But this is the team they sent in. Hold on. Do I have the roster? Did they list the roster? Let's see. See what this is. It's just showing Dylan Jones. All right. Salute to Dylan Jones, man. He's doing his thing, man. It's an opportunity, man. As I see it, this experience could help Dylan Jones. Who knows? Maybe he goes there and now he decides he wants to take his game to a whole nother level. He showed some flashes in Summer League of his versatility. They had him playing point guard. I don't really think he's a natural point guard, but he does have some things that he does that was impressive to me in running the show. He's not a bad defender. I wouldn't say he's an explosive athlete, but I don't think he's a bad athlete either. The very interesting player. You know, he probably would be more prolific if he was taller, because I think that his versatility would put him in like a Josh Hart, Draymond Green kind of box where he could do much more than the things that he does. But it is what it is. The brother will get his opportunity to show what he can do. All right. Now, at the time, let's see. So he was playing with the Rip City remix in Portland, and that's when the Knicks were able to pry him away. Across the 18 appearances, he averaged 15 points, 5.5 rebounds, 6.1 assists. You see what I'm saying? He's like a stat sheet stuffer. Like, that's the best way to describe him. All right? So we'll see what happens. But I have a funny feeling that this brother will return. All right? And he's getting a fresh chance to prove his value, right? And being with Team USA, it's a good look. Can't hurt. But once again, salute to Dylan Jones, man. Y'all want to talk about that? We can. Will that help him with his Knicks bid? I don't know. But I do think that he has a shot to make the team. I think that, you know, Leon is in the business of bringing this kid back. But look, if you just joined the show, continue to smash that like button. We about to get to the Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum's dad, man, he trashes the Celtics, yo. Smash that like button as you enter the show so we can continue to let the YouTube algorithm know that this is the place to be, and we're still cooking with hot grease. Also, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Well over half of you guys who watch are not subscribed, so just help us close that gap. You're watching, you might as well make it official today. All right? Man, a lot of good topics, man. I'm going to set it off. If you want to call up 646-995-8389, you can. All right, call up, voice your opinion. All right. I get 82 nice, right? Okay, that's a little better. Call up and voice your opinion. We got a lot of topics. We're about to get to Jason Tatum's dad, but I'm gonna set it off with what Joe Budden said. Now, salute to Joe Budden. You feel me? He's a Knicks fan. If you listen to the Joe Budden podcast, this may not be new news to you, but I'm not a frequent listener of the Joe Budden podcast. But I listen, you know, whatever clips come my way, that's usually how I get in tune with a lot of these different podcasts, right? Because I don't really have the time to watch full episodes of podcasts, right? I just go by the highlights. So Joe Budden had this to say, and I'm going to play the sound bite, all right? And I think this is going to set it off, right? Salute to Jalen Brunson, our captain. A lot of people, well, Knicks fans are trying to we find ourselves in position defending Jalen Brunson. So when I hear takes like Joe Budden and these different guys who's talking on the Knicks' behalf, it's a beautiful thing. It's like we're finally getting our respect and our just due. But I had a standard, and I've been talking about this ever since we won the championship. Now, some of you guys may agree. Some of you guys may disagree. It is what it is. But my standard has always been the best team is the team who wins the championship, and the best player on the best team is the best player in the world who wins the championship, period. That's just how I always saw it. And now, for the first time in my Knicks fandom, I can apply it to the Knicks. So you think I'm going to be like, no, but wait. There's these other guys. Did they win the championship in 25, 26? No. So I don't really give a damn about those other guys. I don't care. Because we are the example that everyone in the league is trying to follow. I wanna be like Mike. Like, we shaking up the game so much that now people who are following the standard procedures of signing max deals, we're questioning their integrity, right? And we're like, well, you ain't sacrificed like Brunson, you ain't winning the championship. Now, I don't co-sign that. I don't co-sign that. Get your bag, young fella, get your bag. That's what I co-sign. But at the same time, what Jalen Brunson has done, he is the anomaly. He is the Kobe, the MJ, the Steph Curry, the Magic. That is Brunson. He is him. And to all the naysayers, he's going to do it again, right? And when he does it again, you will have no choice but to give this brother his props. So hold on, let me play this footage. I'm only going to play the first couple of seconds of this. All right? So
that debate is over. That debate should have never been a debate. Don't put Luka's name next to Jalen Brunson. He is inferior. He is lesser than, he belongs on a different tier, different caliber, two different people. Jalen Brunson is way better than Luka.
Whoa.
he said way better than Luka. I don't really care what the other guys are talking about. I just needed to hear the first part of Joe Budden. Now, do you guys agree with that statement? Is Jalen Brunson way better than Luka? I don't think the argument, especially amongst Knicks fans, would be, is Brunson better? Because the overwhelming majority of us believe Jalen Brunson is the best player in the world. Salute to Jalen Brunson together. Yo, we got to keep bigging each other up. You know why? Because they're not going to do it. And you know what? I'm going to do a poll. I want to see how Knicks fans feel on that. Jalen Brunson, best in the world. Do y'all really believe that? Because I do. And I've been had the standard for 30 years. It's my standard. You could disagree. You could agree. It's fine. But it applies. And Luka had a great run. You know, he went to the finals, lost, got cooked, you know, because the Celtics had their version of a wing stop that could put Luka in compromising situations, like the Tatum Brown pick and roll defensive tandem. So when you switch to pick and roll, Luka gets Tatum on him. It's not Gafford, because Luka takes advantage of opposing teams' fives. So if you don't have a guy like an OG who has the size to be able to match up with the five, when they run them screen and rolls, your five is going to have to get out there. He's going to put your five in the blender. So they took away KP for the games he played. They took away Horford. Right? I always felt the Celtics did a good job protecting Horford. Right? And that's how they were able to neutralize Luka. It was very difficult for Luka to get anything. The scheme was terrific. And because they were switching the screen and roll, now you don't have open shooters. Because they're not overly rushing the help, especially at the top of the key. So they were able to contain Luka's, you know, capabilities for the most part, even though it's still Luka. There's only so much you could do with a player of that caliber. But do you guys agree that Jalen Brunson is way better than Luka? I don't know if I have to say he's way better, because I don't think way better necessarily is needed for me to prove that Jalen Brunson is the best in the world. I think all of these guys are phenomenal at the top. I think Luka's phenomenal. I think Jokic is phenomenal. I think SGA is phenomenal. I think all of these guys are really great players, right? So I'm not trying to put those guys down. But if we want to take a fade, Lakers fans or Luka's fans, if you really want to get in the ring and debate who's better between Brunson and Luka, I'll take that fade. I ain't gonna lie. I'll take it. Because I think that I'm taking Jalen Brunson over Luka for a bunch of reasons. Your best availability, your best ability is your availability. Brunson is proven to be there. Luka, in and out the lineup. Will he hold up? Dallas was concerned about his weight and is he in shape? I thought that was ridiculous, but valid concerns. You never hear those concerns about Jalen Brunson. Who has a tougher mentality? Is it Luka or is it Brunson? Brunson could get all of those numbers if he wanted. We have a team. It's not a one-man show. See, when it was Tibbs, it was more of a one-man show. But under Mike Brown, it's a team effort. We have the best starting five in basketball. So Brunson doesn't have to get 35. If you need a player to get 35, your offense ain't popping like that. I'm just keeping it real. It's not. If you need one player to get 35, your second and your third option, they don't average 20. Clearly. So we got a guy like Bodega Cat that could average 25 and 13. Even he has to take less shots. Mikal Bridges was averaging 26 in Brooklyn. OG Anunoby averaged 21 in the playoffs, or 20 in the playoffs. Josh Hart, his highest scoring season, he was averaging like 16, 17 a game. Everybody in our starting lineup could get busy. But what makes them a good five is not, oh, they all could score 20, even though they all could score 20 on any given night. Hell, they could all get 30 on any given night. That's not what makes them good. What makes them good is the diversity of offense and the capability of putting the ball and going through different guys during different stretches and different times. Luka doesn't have that. Well, he didn't have that in Dallas, right? He had Kyrie, but that was it. Kyrie and Luka did everything for Dallas. All of those big men were role guys. You couldn't dump the ball down there and get none out of Gafford. He was getting his action off pick and rolls, right? So that requires Luka to shoot every goddamn shot. You know, excuse my French. I'm trying to eliminate that phrase. My bad. My apologies. I'm a work in progress. But still, like when you look at it, what are we talking about here? Is it the numbers? That's the reason why? Oh, I got it. No, I got it, y'all. You know what it is? It's the height. Luka is 6'9". So because he's 6'9", that automatically makes him better than Jalen Brunson. Shame on you, man. I agree with Joe Button wholeheartedly. I think that Brunson is better. I don't know if he's way better. Because I look at Luka and Brunson like Ken and Ryu. You know? Oh, defense. Brunson gives way more effort than Luka. Way more effort. I watch Luka just... Listen, as sometimes, you know, Brunson on the ball, I'm not saying he's a good defender. That'd be just being too nicked out. I'm not the nicked out guy where everything the Knicks do is great. I'm sorry. I don't do content like that. Right. So I do have to admit that Jalen Brunson, you know, on the ball is, you know, he's not an answer there, but he does play defense. He does. He's a decent help defender. Right. Sometimes he doesn't do a good job closing out, but he will give effort and he draws charges. He's a below the rim defender. What they call it? The below the rim defender or below the rim something. I can't remember the term. I can't remember the whole term. Let me know in the chat what the whole term was. Is it below the rim defender or something like that? Because he draws the most charges. That's defense. What stat does Luka lead the league in defensively? I'll wait. So it may sound crazy, it may sound brash, but you can give an argument that Jalen Brunson is better than Luka. You understand what I'm saying? Salute to the chat. Chat is lit, man. Continue smashing that like button. If you want to call up 646-995-8389. All right. And if I miss your call, I will return your call in the damn, my fault. Sorry. I'm multitasking. If I do miss your call, I will return your call. All right. I do call back for missed calls. 646-995-8389. Call up. All right. Continue smashing that like button though if you didn't already. Let's get the likes up. All right. We're having a great show on a Monday night. Was it a below the rim protector? I think that's what it was. Hey, salute to my man Kadeem in the chat. Below the rim protector. There you go. That's what it was. That's fire. I take a charge over a block any day because a block does not guarantee a turnover. Sorry. Salute to the chat. Y'all making some good points in the chat, by the way. Salute to my man, Coach Sire, man. OKF Nation, man. What's good, Coach? Good to see you, man. I appreciate you, Coach. Okay. I see you, Coach. I see you making up terms. Salute to you, Coach. Good to see you, man. And also subscribe if you're not subscribed. Very important that we let the YouTube algorithm know that this is the place to be. All right. All right, I'm going to play this sound bite. All right, I'm going to play this sound bite. Because one of the things I like to do is I like to play the audio when I can so you guys could hear it in their words. Right? Because sometimes you have to hear it in their words because I wouldn't be able to do the justice. Now, I'm only going to play this sound bite one time because it does have some swearing in it. Okay, you know, we have an anti-swearing policy, but, you know, this is the clip that we're referencing, so I didn't edit it, you know, but it is what it is. So I'm not going to play it twice, but I will play it because, you know, we got to hear what Jason Tatum's dad had to say, man. We have to hear this. Okay. Oh, by the way, salute to the, I think it's called the Ultimate Dads Unplugged. They got the podcast is fire. I think the premise is fire. It's the NBA dads. So it's Dwayne Wade Sr., LeVar Ball, and Quentin. Is it Quentin? Oh, Quentin Marcellus Brown, I think. The middle name is. My handwriting is terrible. That's Jaylen Brown's dad. So Jaylen Brown's dad, LaMelo Ball's dad, and Dwayne Wade's dad. They got a podcast. And they interview other NBA dads. All right? I like the concept. That is a fire concept, bro. Because there's so many dads that you could interview, they'll never run out of shows. Like, they'll never run out of shows. And some of the NBA guys like Del Curry, Rick Brunson, they dads, and they played in the NBA. So there's a lot of directions that they can go in with this show. And I think that is pretty fire. So just to let you know what's going on. All right. And I'm going to play the audio. Make sure y'all can hear this.
Hey, but this is going to bring some controversy. Who you think going to win the NBA championship?
By the way, that's LeVar Ball stirring up the car. He said this is going to bring some controversy. It makes me think, did they plan this out? Like, he said this is going to bring some controversy. Listen.
In the coming year?
Sixers.
With just
By the way, the 76ers, that's Jaylen Brown's dad. He stepped up all the way for his son. I got the 76ers. I don't care what none of y'all talking about. Salute to Jaylen Brown dad being the dad. I do the same thing. I'm sorry. If my son grow up and he play for some random team, and let's say that team ain't got no chance of winning nothing, I'm still picking him. I'm just that type of dad. You know what I'm saying? I'm always going right. He said the 76ers off the rip. He wasn't even, it was no thought. It was none of that. It was no guessing, no deliberation. 76ers. He's wrong, and they're going to get cooked, of course, but, he's a father. Let him rock.
Talk to me. No,
76ers. He better not say Celtics.
70.
Hey, 76ers, 70s. He kept saying it, and he said he better not say Celtics. He's talking to Jason Tatum's father. All right. Do I got Jason Tatum's dad's name? I don't got his name. But it don't matter. He's Jason Tatum's dad. All right. So I'm gonna play more.
He better not say the Celtics.
I'm not talk to him. Tatum, talk to him.
Realistically, shit, I might say New York might run it back.
Jason Tatum dad said New York might run it back. He said New York might run it back. Forget my son. Forget the sorry Celtics. Jason Tatum, we lost. He should have played. They got all these excuses. His dad already know the truth. He knows the truth, dog. But I ain't gonna lie. As real as I try to be, I am not throwing my kids under the bus. I am not throwing my kids under the bus. Hey, J-Tap, let me cook, man. I gotta play it like this, copyright reasons, man. Relax. I'm gonna play it. I got you. I'm gonna go back a little bit. Just for you, J-Tap. I got you.
Shit, I might say New York might run it back.
I'll slap the hell out of him.
No.
If you don't say, hey, the team your son on, you got to be crazy. You see, he said his son.
I said
you
right-
got to say your son.
Right now, roster shit.
Who cares about the roster?
Shit, I do.
After they're gonna be injured next year.
I'm gonna tell y'all who gonna win.
From all that partying they did.
Now you gonna go with the Hornets?
Yes. No, Hornets. I told them they go.
By the way, that's Jaylen Brown's dad. I see where Jaylen Brown get the pettiness from. After all that party, they gonna get injured. He banking on us to get hurt. Yo, that's some womp. Now we banking on teams to get injured? Like, where they do that? Oh, they gonna get hurt after all that partying. So hold on. You know what? That might have been the story for the Celtics, right? Maybe they was doing a lot of partying. That's why KP couldn't show up for half of the series, right? The brother Sam Hauser, he was broken down. He was a broken down man. Drew Holiday played with Edge. Maybe the Celtics were doing too much partying. I don't know. Are you letting us know something, Mr. Brown? Are you letting us know something? But he said the roster. Jason Tatum's father. Hey, by the way, when I do that debate, you know I'm bringing this out, right? Yo, I'm letting y'all know I am bringing this footage out in the debate. Whoa. I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't be mad at my dad. Salute to my dad, the OG Knicks fan. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you right now, my dad would never do that. My dad would pick me every day, all day. My son is the best. All day, every day. There's no way my son go up pick the op. If anybody, the ops, he would have been better off saying the 76ers. It still would have looked crazy, but at least that's his man's in them. Also, if Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum got beef, why the dad's cool? why the dad's cool? I don't know how long they've been doing this podcast, but it's fire. I expect to see more viral stuff from them. Like if they get Ja Morant's dad, oh my goodness, that'd be one of the crazy. I already know they get Ja Morant dad with Ball and Jaylen Brown dad seem like he got a little energy to him too. This gonna be crazy. But yo, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum dad was like, do you see the roster? Yo, I couldn't believe it. I was like, is that his dad? Because when I first seen the clip, I don't know who's who besides Balls is the only one I know, right? I don't know the rest of these guys. So I'm like, who the hell these guys are? Who are these guys? And then I did my homework, and then I realized that the podcast is D-Wade's dad, LaMelo's dad, and Brown's dad. They're the ones doing the show, and they're interviewing other dads. Fire concept, all right? 646-995-8389. Call up. Let's talk about this. All right. Very interesting dynamic. Yo, the NBA, I tell you, man, this season is going to be so exciting. And I feel like you might get an Eastern Conference Finals with the Knicks and the Wizards. I wouldn't be surprised. Could you imagine if the Knicks and the Washington Wizards are in the finals? I wouldn't be surprised. I think that this year is going to have something wacky like that, like the Utah Jazz and the Wizards in the conference finals. I just feel, for some reason, I just think it's going to be something wacky like that, bro. I just don't know why, but continue smashing that like button. And by the way, once again, the New York edition is available for pre-order. All right. And listen, I want to give you guys a head up and a quick reminder about the New York edition. It includes the 26-27 New York Knicks basketball schedule, plus all 12 components of the 82 Nights basketball intelligence system. That is game tracking, stat trends, 10-game reviews, players to watch, fan engagement pages, season reflections, and much more. Of course, all pre-orders for a limited time come with free shipping, and your journal will be scheduled to arrive early October, right before the season begins. All you have to do to reserve your copy now is check out my link tree. The link is in the chat and in the description of this video. Salute to everybody who already placed their pre-orders. And until next time, as always, I always go with the wrong tag. This throws me off. That's the wrong tagline. I look forward to seeing you guys inside the 82 Nights Club. My bad. It's like, yo, I got so many taglines. I'll just be bringing them out at the wrong time. But yeah, definitely check out the 82 Nights New York edition. All right. By the way, it's also this journal that's right next to me. So this is how it looks. This is an actual copy of it. All right. All right. Of course, I did this before the schedule came out. Right now, I'm putting the final touches on this with the schedule and everything. The calendar is it's nice. It's you can't see it because of the lighting, but it's fire. All you gotta do is hit the link. Telling you, it's going to expand your basketball knowledge beyond the horizon. You're going to look at the game differently. And, you know, my 82 Nights from last year is across the room. It has so much information. I go to it sometimes and I'm like, wow. Like, I take such great notes. But anyway, we keep it moving. 646-995-8389. Call up. Voice your opinion. All right, do got a couple of callers. Get my man D from LA. Make sure you guys can hear the calls, because sometimes it doesn't pick up. What's good, D?
This is not nothing.
Uh-oh. What's going on?
Justin Tatum saying this is not nothing. It's not nothing. Yeah, it's not nothing. First of all, you swear that Boston is not doing anything worth anything this season. So I already know where your bias lies. But this dude saying this, not even just him saying it, the way he said it as if it's not even a discussion, like, oh, no. He just threw it. But the reason why it's extremely important for him to be saying this, he's not just Jason Tatum's dad. He's a former hooper, like a hooper. He played overseas, and he's a championship coach in the NBL in Australia, like a big deal.
Oh, really? What's his name? What's his name?
Justin Tatum. I put it in the Discord.
Gotcha.
Yes, the same league that LaMelo Ball played in, Matthew Dellavedova, what's his name? Josh Giddey, like some pretty reputable players.
Was Ben Simmons there?
Possibly, I can't remember. But it's at least a top 7, top 10 league in the world. He's a championship coach, so he's drawing up plays like X and O's for championship teams overseas. So he's not just saying, this is not just LeVar Ball talking. This is a hoop head. You know what I'm saying? He really knows.
But are you going to keep it real like that, though? You keeping it real like that?
No, it's for real, though. He's really, yes. And here's why it's important. Here's why it's important. I'm going to connect this to the Knicks. I had watched a documentary about him about 2 years ago or so. This same Justin Tatum. It seems like his relationship with Jason Tatum is, he's not that fun dad. he's the guy who's like, he's like Ime Udoka. He's like Rick Brunson.
With
He's
no
not gonna
jokes, though, because Rick Brunson cracked jokes. He's a funny guy.
Right, exactly. But this dude, I don't think his relationship was as close to Jason Tatum's as Rick's was to his son. Right? I'm not trying to get into anybody's, but based on the based on the documentary, I'll put it in the Discord. He's a pretty stoic guy, pretty stern, and he's not sugarcoating much.
Wow.
He's like a Greg Popovich personality. He's not cool like that. So for him to dismiss the Celtics, I'm like, yeah, this is not nothing. And this is not Rick Brunson saying Patrick Ewing is the best Knick of all time as his son just won a championship. This is different. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Different. Very different.
And if I'm Jason Tatum, I don't know if this is going to motivate him. Is not really going to be able to do much because to his dad's point, yeah, Boston, you're going to shoot out the gym in the regular season, but it's been proven time and time again that you can't use that to win in the playoffs. It's not going to work, you know?
Good
but
point.
yeah, it's not nothing. The dude he's a serious dude. You know what I mean? When I saw it, I said, oh no, Mitch, this way they got you?
Wow.
Damn.
Insane.
All good though. All good. It's still ours. He picked us, so it is what it is.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
No doubt.
Hey, great call, man. I appreciate you, D.
No doubt.
All right. So Justin Tatum, okay. I didn't know much about the dad. I heard a little bit about him, but I'm not gonna act like I researched him. You know, to the that degree, I would say. But salute to Jason Tatum. By the way, salute to Pop up here, but salute to you. All right, do appreciate that. So that kind of changes things if you think about it, right? Like if Tatum's dad is like a real NBA savant kind of guy, like who knows basketball, that means that, he's seeing the game analytically through his eyes. And, I mean, he believes the Knicks are going to run it back. That changes a lot. So we're talking about a guy who was a professional. He knows the league, right? Pretty impressive. I mean, what do you guys think? Keep the calls coming and continue smashing the like button. 646-995-8389. Get my man Rock in the building. Hopefully you're there. Like I said, if I miss your call, I'm definitely going to return it. What's good, Rock?
Yeah, what's good, Kay?
Hey, man, nothing much, man. Could you believe Jason Tatum dad, man? He said the Knicks are going to run it back. What's your thoughts?
Well, you surprised that he said that, right?
I'm very surprised. Bro, what? I did not expect that.
Well, it's a win-win either way, because by him saying that shows you that he knows ball. And two, it shows that he keeps it real. He's a straight shooter. Why sugarcoat it when it's the truth, But let me tell you something, though. From all things great now, going forward, springs from the tree of the New York Knicks. You know this came from, right? Just imagine all these dads getting together. Came from the relationship between JB and his pops, man, during the season, watching that.
Ooh. We inspired him?
All the time. Everything good is going to be coming from the Knicks, man.
Good point.
Everything good. Yeah. It's the timing of it. It could have came from no other place because it's been highlighted throughout the whole season, especially when he kept it real on the sidelines with him. So,
Good point. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And we're going to do it again. And the best way for sure we're going to do it again, I know, is because we got a formula that nobody else got. Because Cat and JB are able to attack beyond the arc and in the paint efficiently while surrounded by two-way shooters, anchored by double-digit rebounders from the first and second string centers, man. It's a nice combination.
You just gave me an idea. I got another article I could write just on what you just said. I'm gonna write that down. It's called the two pillars. But go ahead. I'm sorry. My brain is this. Yeah, I'm a creative guy, so I find inspiration from all types of places.
I got you. But shout out to that dad knowing that the Knicks are gonna win again.
That's fire, right? And
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect you, but you hear Jaylen Brown's dad, Sixers, without a thought, without a hesitation. That's the type of dad I am.
Well, yeah. Yeah, but that's the dad that's supportive, but just like you, but back in your mind, you sit down and think in your quiet place when you're sitting at home. Maybe you think we can't beat those boys, not those guys, but I gotta show support.
Right, I gotta show support. Sure.
Well,
For
but
sure.
shout out to those who admit the Knicks gonna win again. But they can see it now because they seen the full offense on display. But not everybody was able to see that he was gonna win the first one,
Exactly. I mean, we believed because we knew we were tapped in, but to those who didn't know, it came out of nowhere. 53 years,
Yeah, definitely. Well, okay, you have a good night, bro.
You too, man. Have a great night.
All right.
10
All right.
seconds.
Hey, yo, keep the calls coming. 646-995-8389. We're talking about a bunch of topics. Jason Tatum's dad trashed the Celtics. The roster. The Knicks running it back. Out of his own mouth, he said that. Joe Button says Jalen Brunson is but I repeat, he said he's way better. We also talked about Dylan Jones. Also, if you want to answer the question, because now it's like Jalen Brunson gets the finals MVP. He wins the championship. I feel like people are not giving him his props and they're making excuses to not give him his props. So this is why I go hard for Jalen Brunson. And I just don't like it. Right? So that's why I'm asking the question, is the finals MVP worth more than the regular season MVP? Let me know. And continue smashing that like button. Let me see who's in the chat. Salute to my man Hawks ATL. What's good? Salute to you. Angie, what's going on, Angie? I saw your response, Angie. I'm going to respond to you. I do appreciate you, Angie. We virtually agree, mostly. All right. L Figgy, OKF Nation, most requested caller. What's going on? Hopefully you guys are having a great night. Okay, so I see you, Zach. So to my man, Zach, OKF Nation, man. He always got all the facts. All I got to do is go to Zach to make sure I'm on point. What's going on, Marcus? BK in the building. How you feeling?
Yo, what's up, my guy? What's going on, KP? How's everything?
Nothing much, man. We having a great conversation tonight, man. Jason Tatum, he says the Knicks is running it back. What's your thoughts?
Yo, like, it's a great possibility, man. Like, I think this team is stacked. Don't get me wrong. This team have weaknesses, just like every great team. No team is created perfect. Right. But we got our starting five back. We got
salute to that.
Pretty much our whole bench back -1. To me, it's a great offseason. Could they made some other pickups? It's possible, but I'm happy with the team. No team scares me. No team in the East scares me. No team in the West scares me. Philly got to prove themselves. They good on paper, but a lot of teams that's good on paper, they crash and burn. You got a lot of egos 100%. On that team. I still think Toronto's going to be good. End of the day, I think Kawhi's going to go there.
Of course. I think so too.
Yeah, I think it's happening.
It's a matter of time. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that team is going to be good. Like they good defensively as long as Kawhi stay healthy. I think they're going to be good, and I think he's going to stay healthy because he won a new contract. So he's going to stay healthy.
Did you see him working out? Did you see him working out?
Of course.
He looked good. I ain't gonna lie.
Of course.
He looked good.
Of course.
From a health perspective.
Of course. But we talking about Brunson Finals MVP. I think Finals MVP. I think that's very more important than the regular MVP. Yeah, that's the finals. Like that's the biggest stage of the game. And he had a hurt arm. Like.
And the ankle. Don't forget the ankle.
Yeah, and the ankle. And he's a little man. Like, come on. Like, this man got to get his respect. He has to get his respect. Even with Luka,
do Do you think if he was 6'6", do you think that he would be the best in the world right now? If Brunson was 6'6",
yeah, they would.
Ain't that, but why got the 4 inches changes the? That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. This man's skills is so just like everybody underestimates this man. This man, and he got a dog in him. He got that Kobe in him. Like he just don't want to quit. He don't like losing. Like you could just see it in him. Like he's gonna fight. Like it's funny. Like for 3 quarters, you think you got this man number. Oh, we got him. He ain't scoring. Then that 4th quarter, he just like he watches the film. He just studies and he just goes off. Like his name is Captain Clutch. Captain Clutch. That's his name. Captain Clutch. You know, like yeah. Like I said, I'm just happy with the team. I think we're gonna go far. You know. Health and everything, health and luck goes a long way, just like last season, you know. But I'm happy with the team. I think we could go to the finals again. I really do.
100%.
I truly do.
I think so as well. And if you get there, that you got 50% chance just off the rip because you there, right?
That's a fact. That's a whole 100%. Fact. But KP, keep doing your thing, my guy.
Thank you.
Sometimes it's hard to keep up with you, man. You do 2-3 shows a day, man. Like people hit that like button. Hit that like button, people.
Hey, thank you,
hit
man.
That like
Let them
button.
know.
Subscribe. Tell a friend, you know?
That we live. Let's go, Marcus. I appreciate that, man. BK all day.
All right, stay safe, my guy.
Salute. Brooklyn in the building, man. You know, Brooklyn is everywhere, man. Salute to Brooklyn. We got the most callers. Most of the callers come from Brooklyn. Didn't design it to be that way, but, you know, it's like that. By the way, if you're not subscribed as well, like the brother said, subscribe. We got to get these numbers up. We got the OG and OB sneaker giveaway going down this week. You got to be, listen, I'm not doing no announcements, none of that. You got to make sure you're watching the shows. If you want a chance to win, you got to watch the show. I'm not telling you which show. I'm not telling you what day. It's just going to be a random show on a random day. You better make sure you're in the building. So you better hit that subscribe and hit that bell icon, because if you miss it, then you're too late. All right? Definitely salute to everybody in the chat. Keep the calls coming. 646-995-8389. Joe Button said Brunson is way better than Luka. But yo, the hype bias is crazy. Because Luka's 6'9", and this guy is 6'6", and Brunson is 6'2". Like, all right. So SGA, MVP, won the championship. As soon as SGA won the championship, he was automatically crowned the best player in the world. The way Jalen Brunson won the championship, it was way more impressive, way more dominating, way more everything than when SGA did it. And Brunson is like 10th on the list, 6 on the list, 7 on the list, 8 on the list. It makes me sick. What's good, Tugboat?
What's up, man? I got bad news.
Uh-oh.
I don't know the topic.
Oh, man, you that serious?
I just got here, man. I hear you putting on for the short king, so I'm like, what is going on? I ain't never heard you big up the short guys. What's going on?
Nah, no. You know what it is? Because I was watching the Cousins podcast with T-Mac and Vince Carter, and they were having a conversation, and I thought that they took the safe route because they were talking about what's more valuable, the championship or the MVP, right?
Disgusting conversation.
Right. So I said, that's not even the real issue. Let's really get to it. The finals MVP versus the regular MVP.
Thank you. That's the real. All right, KP, I'm with you. I'm with you.
That's the real conversation right there. Because
are you the best player on the biggest stage?
Right. Because here's my thing, right? Tugboat. So they got, like, I asked this question before. If Brunson was 6'6", would he be the best player in the world? Because when SGA won it, he was automatically the best player. And he got his finals MVP, right? He's the best.
Yeah.
But Brunson is 6'2". I don't even think when Steph Curry won it, he was the best.
Right.
I don't even think when Steph won it, that people considered him the top of nothing. And yo, you know why I love Steph? When Steph said, I'm the best player in the world. And everybody looked at him like he was crazy. I said, yo, this kid is special. That's when I knew he was special.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was one of the questions.
What do you think separates Brunson from AI? Because AI was considered, you know, AI is like a goat in people's eyes.
I mean, salute to AI. He definitely played against Kobe, right? And Shaq. I mean, if he might have went up against Tim Duncan, he might have got Duncan, right?
Right.
I just think he ran across a Laker team. I got the Lakers, the Warriors, and the Knicks. Those are, to me, the three best teams in NBA history, right?
Yeah.
That Laker team is like different. That Laker team is different. He had to play, you know, very special. So
no, I was just talking about like, but people don't. When people look at AI, they don't go, "Oh yeah, he wasn't one of the best." You know, it's they kind of they put him on a pedestal. Is it because of the culture? The culture that he put on his shoulders?
The difference between AI and Brunson is the pick, right? AI was number one coming out. AI was always a top dog. So AI never had to get out the mud. You feel me? Like like Brunson had to get it out the mud. He was backing up Luka. Then he had to start next to Luka. Then he got his own team. You know, AI was the man from day one. Right.
But see, but Jordan had to get out of the mud.
He was the man too, though. He just
he wasn't the man out the gate.
He was the man. But
yeah, he was the man. Yeah, no, I'm thinking that old high school.
No. He was the man. It's just Hakeem. Yeah. Remember, Hakeem had a better team than MJ in the 80s. He had Ralph Sampson. So it was, you know, Houston was putting in more work.
And he still took America to the gold. So yeah, no, you're right.
Right, but talent-wise, everybody knew Jordan was there. I wouldn't say he was the best because you know my standard, right? You can't be the best if you ain't, you know.
I'm surprised you even saying his name.
Well, yeah, you know, we talking about the 80s. 80s Jordan wasn't a threat. It's when you get to the 90s.
It's the ball-headed guy.
That's when he becomes the ball-headed guy. That's when he That's a fact. So yeah, that's just what it is. But
I don't know, man. The Brunson. Like I said, I always appreciate it. As far as the first question, if he was 6'6", would he be the greatest? If he was 6'6", he wouldn't be Brunson. To be honest with you, his whole gameplay. I mean, he still got that dog in him, so I can't take it away from
the mentality. Keep the mentality.
Okay.
Yeah, with the mentality.
Okay, we just going on mentality at 6. Yeah. And he's still getting it out the mud, or is he?
He probably wouldn't get it out the mud if he was 6'6".
Right. That's what I'm saying. Because that changes the whole dynamic.
It does change it. Maybe he's looking like Kobe even more now because now he's 6'6". What if he get the afro and he trying to be like Kobe because he's 6'6", dunking everything? You know, I was the 6'6" don't matter. I was just saying that guys who are taller get more respect. That's really what I'm trying to. The point that I was trying to prove that he's not getting the light.
You prove that every day. You beg for height every day, right?
But Brunson is an anomaly. Like certain guys are special.
He's an anomaly. He is a different breed, man.
He's with Steph. Like these guys, like Steph is different.
Yes.
Like these guys are different, bro. Like they're not the normal 6'1". Like it's not the normal 6'2" guy. Like they're on a whole nother echelon. It's almost like saying the bald-headed guy is not the average 6'6". It's kind of the same kind of vibe, you know. So, but that was one of the questions for sure.
It's like I said, it's a bittersweet thing because these debates, these conversations, it fuels our captain. But you know, I'm gonna say that, and I'm gonna always say that these conversations are what fuels him and what's got us our championship. Yep. You know, so
Bridges told us that, right? Bridges said, he sees everything.
He sees everything.
You think he don't want this? He wants this. Like, yo, Bridges, salute to Bridges.
He got the whole matrix code down pat. So
100%.
It's an unfortunate conversation, but it's an advantage as far as being a Knicks fan because that's what fuels our captain. That's what gets him going.
When did you ever see Brunson rattled?
Foul calls. That's about it.
Oh, okay. After
the seventh non-call flagrant, he gets rattled right after that.
Then he gets upset. But besides that, he could be down 30. He don't care. He going out there like he got a chance to.
I mean, even the composure he had in the championship speech, you know, he really wanted to get on their head, and he was like, you know what? I'm letting them change my wave. Nah, we ain't doing that. I'm gonna stay in my same bandwidth. That's what's got me the chip. That's what's gonna get me what you say about 2-3 more chips, 3-4 chips, not 3, not 4, not 5.
Yep.
So, yeah, man.
Did you hear Jason Tatum's dad? What he had to say about the Celtics?
I'm telling you, I missed everything. It was my boy's
you gotta
first
go
day
back
of
and watch
school.
that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go watch that. Yeah.
Now, hold on. I want to talk about Joe Button. Joe Button said something too, and you can end on this one. Joe Button said that Jalen Brunson is way better than Luka.
Shout out to
What's
Joe
your thoughts
Button,
on
man.
that?
Shout out
That's
to Joe
fire,
Button.
right?
Yeah, we need that for him. I don't know if it's true. I don't know how many A's he put in that way.
He said way.
Yeah. I would take a couple A's off, but yeah, Brunson's
Right.
better.
I would say better. Right. That's right. Right.
But
I didn't want to say way.
But the pendulum has to swing. If we got the Becky Hammonds, then we need the Joe Buttons. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That pendulum has to swing to restore the balance. So yeah, I'm all for it. If he wants to bring that noise out there, bring it out there so we can have that conversation, fuel our captain up, create the debates, get another chip, and another one.
Well, Tugboat, man, I appreciate you, man. You gotta listen to the show, man. But I appreciate the call, though. Seriously.
Yeah, man, I appreciate the show. I'm gonna tap it. I'm gonna run it back.
I know, and you my guy, so I don't, And besides, we have questions that we ask too, so it's not just about the topics. It's also the question, because that MVP question, it kind of irks me, because I feel like, and this is the bias we talk about with the former players. The guys who didn't win the championship, they gonna be on that side. The guys who won the championship, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
that's a whole separate conversation on that championship MVP finals MVP. That's a whole separate conversation, because yeah, that needs a nice little deep dive.
100%.
So we can get to the nitty gritty of that. But appreciate you, brother.
No doubt. Big time salute. It's my man Tugboat right there, OKF Nation Plus. I do believe that Jalen Brunson height is the reason why they're not putting him up there. Like, if he was 6'6", he would be SGA. Oh man, we never seen this before, and I don't know, I just don't like it. This man has shown how incredible he is. So, when I see the conversations and the people talking and these rankings, matter of fact, that's what we could get into right now. There's a lot of rankings and things of that nature. I mean, it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, because we got to play it out. That's why I don't like the term underrated versus overrated. Because your opinion, because you thought they were going to be that makes them overrated. See, I'm a practical guy. I always say that. I deal with what reality presents. I don't wish reality to be different. If reality is what it is, I got to accept it and move on. I can't just put my own spin on reality. And a lot of people do that, right? So yes, just because you have an opinion, and everybody's entitled to have their opinion, and we talk all the time and we have opinions on this show, that's fine. But reality and the facts can never be trumped, all right, by just your opinion. So there's some rankings, right? And I don't know. It's like, I have a problem with, the bias, bro. I feel like there's a lot of preconceived notions and just standards that exist in sports. And this is why I do what I do. I'm here to challenge all of that. Why do we believe this to be true? I've always been that guy, And so this is the NBA summer. Oh, damn. Hold on. My bad. I didn't mean to click that. So this is the NBA summer forecast. All right. Projections for the East and West standings. All right. Now, the East got a lot of firepower. LeBron James back to the East. Kawhi will be back in the East. Giannis stayed in the East, right? And you still got all the Eastern Conference teams that was there last year. So now, these are the projections for the Eastern Conference. Off rip, I'm thinking this. Now, I don't know what the hell the Pistons are going to do. I really don't. I feel as though the Pistons are a mystery to me, because the Jalen Durant's saga continues. And the longer they go without resolving that, it makes me really think that there's a crack in their armor. So I don't know where Detroit's going to finish. They got Cleveland at 51 wins. The Knicks, well, let me just stop at the Knicks. They got the Knicks at 53 wins. Are we just like looking at what happened last season and just, all right, the Knicks won 53 wins last year. They'll get 53 wins this year. So I guess the view of the West is just more superior, maybe. I guess. I don't know. Because if you scroll down and you look at the Western Conference, they got 260-win teams off rip. My question is, why are we automatically assuming that the West is going to have 60-win teams and the East isn't? How do we, like, is this bias that automatically the West is better than the East? And last season shown you that that's not true. Not only did you have an Eastern Conference champion win the NBA Finals, the East was way more competitive than the West in the playoffs. That's a fact. Every series in the East that the Knicks did not play in went 7 games. You don't go to 7 games because you're trash. You don't go to 7 games because you're weak. You go to 7 games because there's competition. How many 7-game series did they have in the Western Conference? The Spurs and the Thunder were running through the teams, man. What are we talking about? The Thunder swept the first 2 rounds. What competition was that? We had a 7th seed that won a 7-game series against the 2nd seed in the East. You had a 2nd seed in the West that gentlemen sweep their first round. Where's the competition? All those series supposed to go 5 or 6 or 7. They had 1 6-game series and 1 7-game series in the West. The Spurs and the Thunder dominated the Western Conference. You might say, well, injuries. I'm not the biggest injury excuse guy. I don't really care about your excuse. You know, that's your problem. It's not my problem that your guys are not there. If I beat you, you lost. I'm very practical. It is what it is. We lost. I got to come back next year. So if you want to argue that the Spurs were the beneficiaries of injuries, be my guest. I mean, you could say the same thing about OKC because Luka wasn't there. I tell you what, I'm not saying the Lakers would have beat the Thunder, but I know that if Luka was there, they were not getting swept. Facts. So the bias continues. And it's nasty work. Now, I don't really care about the record for all these other teams. You know, it is what it is. I do think the Nets is better than 18 wins. But, you know, I don't really care about the Nets. It's not my team. When we fast forward to the West, I mean, the Thunder lost key players. The Nuggets lost key players. Even though they did get DeRozan, they still got to make another move. Okay. Houston Rockets, they're going to get Fred VanVleet back. Okay, that's cool. Minnesota got Ball. Okay, that's tough. Okay. All right. First off, this is the biggest womp to me. I got the Lakers in the top 5. I'm sorry. I would drop either Houston or Minnesota. It don't matter. I got the Lakers in the top 5. All right. And then the rest of the West is just like the rest of the West, honestly. First off, I want to give some prayers to my young boy from Portland, Shaedon Sharpe. He was one of the young guys I always had on my players to watch list. I thought that he was phenomenal and fire. He just gets hurt at the wrong time. He torn his meniscus. So he's going to be out for 6 months. That's a huge blow to the Portland Trail Blazers. Huge blow. Because they don't really got no wing depth like that. You know, so maybe they do a trade with the Knicks. They give us one of their centers. And, you know, we send them Pacome Dadier. I don't know. But they're going to need some wing help in Portland. They got too many guards. Then I'm hearing they were buying out Drew Holiday. If the Portland Trail Blazers do that, they stuck. Phoenix Suns, I don't think have enough to do much. I mean, it is what it is. The Warriors, you know what's up with the Warriors. The Utah Jazz, I think, is better than 34 wins. But, I mean, clearly the West is not as good as the East, if you're talking about the depth, right? Because the East got 10 teams. The top 10 teams in the East, honestly, bro, they could all go to the playoffs, right? Any one of them could go to the playoffs, and you wouldn't be surprised. If the Wizards went to the playoffs, I wouldn't be surprised, right? I think just based on talent, not saying it's going to happen, but the rankings is just weird to me. It's like the automatic assumption that unless they're saying, well, the East is going to be tougher, so it's going to be harder to get wins, where the West got a lot of teams that are just not that good, maybe. I don't know. But I'm not really digging the prediction game right now. All right. And then if we go take it a step further, I got to salute The Athletic, though, because, I like when you value the defending champions. We are the best team in the world. Forget the league. That's why we're the world champions. We are the best in the world. No other league can compete with us. So our champion is the best champion, and that is the New York Knicks. Oh, no. Why not go here? Hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on. I got to have a better source than that. I got to go all the way to the Chosen. No, we're not doing that. I think this is it right here. Straight to The Athletic. I don't know why I did that. Wow. All right. So this is the NBA Power Rankings from The Athletic. All right. And they got the New York Knicks #1, man. Salute to The Athletic. Besides the New York networks, I want to say they might be the only one that had the Knicks as #1 on the list. I don't think there's any other power rankings with the Knicks #1. I could be wrong. I know locally, some of like the New York people, they got the Knicks #1, but The Athletic got us #1, man. It's easy to put the Knicks #1 after their dominant postseason run. 10 of their top 12 players return. That's a bar right there. So when they talking about we lost this and that, all you got to say, we got 10 of our top 12 players returning. That's a bar right there. All right. Though NBA Finals MVP has to recover from wrist surgery, he'll be all right. And by the way, if y'all worried about that, I could do a video with the OKF doc. Do y'all want me to do a video with the OKF doc? I will. If y'all concerned about that. Oh, I got some supers. I'm gonna get to those supers. My bad. But this is what they had to say. Drummond replaces Robinson. Team doesn't have a replacement for Hug Porty. Nobody cares about that. We know the Knicks wanted to replace Hug Porty because they signed Cisse. That could have just been chess. We'll see what happens. And the regular season will be interesting. There hasn't been a dominant regular season Knicks team in the 21st century. Will this be? Ooh, that's a good. Ooh. Hold up. Let's ask that. We'll do a poll on that. I like that. Will there be a dominant? Will this be the most dominant Knicks team? All right, let me just write that down. I'm gonna come up with a poll for that. But the Knicks haven't won at least 55 games since 96, 97. We hadn't won the championship since 1973. We did that. So there's nothing that this Knicks team couldn't do, all right, when they put their mind to it. I think the key thing for the Knicks that's going to be different this year from last year is that there's going to be less adjustments. Of course, they're going to have to make adjustments, but there's going to be less. So, like, I feel like we lost games last year because we ran the double big lineup. By the way, if you didn't know, but I'm going to tell you right now, the double big lineup was trash. I had to say that. I'm sorry. The double big lineup lost their last 3 starts together. They got smacked at least 2 of those 3 games by the Detroit Pistons and the Philadelphia 76ers. It just wasn't working. So this year, we won't have a double big lineup. We won't have an 0-3 stretch. We may win just 10 more games just on that part alone. So I agree. And then they got the San Antonio Spurs, number 2. So I like the Athletic because they said we're going with the champions. How do the NBA and these people in Vegas, how do they factor in this upcoming season that the Knicks are not number 1? Like, where do you get the math at? Like, we're coming off of, like, how do you look at the championship and then go, the Knicks are not going to be a number 1 team? Like, how does that, can somebody explain that to me? Yeah, we're going to put OKC and the Celtics. Vegas had before the Jaylen Brown trade, Vegas had the Celtics as the number 1 team to come out the East. Could you believe that? Make no sense, man. Continue smashing that like button. Salute to everybody in the chat. Let me get to these supers. Hey, yo, Rock, good point. Finals MVP means you are the champion, but that's not what they were trying to say. They were saying that the 11th man is not better than the regular season MVP. And they were trying to devalue the championship based on the 11th man. And my thing is, why would we go there? Like, when we think about championships, it's usually about bus drivers, right? To piggyback off of the Charles Barkley and those guys' references. We're usually talking about bus drivers, right? We're not talking about the guys who just ride on the bus. So that's why I changed the question, Rock, to finals MVP versus regular season MVP. Because that regular season stuff and what you did against other people and all of that good stuff, it holds no weight because no one's going to remember your regular season over what you did in the playoffs. So, salute to my man D from LA. Becky Hammond is still right. Brunson is just different. Well, I mean, it depends on how you're phrasing the argument, D. Because if you're just talking about guards, small guards versus big guards, then she's wrong. But if she's just talking about big guys normally dominate and are the leaders, okay. But D, what is that really saying? Like, what is that really entailing? I don't know. I hear you, D. I hear you, but what are we saying? Like, we know that centers dominated the game. You know, most of the MVPs are big guys or wings, right? Like LeBron and big guys, power forwards like Duncan. We know that. All right. But are we saying that small guards? Because I'll take that fade. I'll take the small guard versus the big guard fade. I'll take that fade. I would. Because if that's where we're going, it's cap. You only got 3'6" guards that are finals MVP. All the rest of the guards are smaller than 6'6". I'm just saying. There's only 3'6" and over guards. 2 guards. Not small forwards. I'm talking about 2 guards. Not Paul Pierce. He was a small forward. Relax. See? I'm taking away your cheat code. I'm talking about the 6'6" 2 guard. There's only 3 of them in the history. D Wade is 6'4", 6'5". More like 6'4". So what are we talking about? You got SGA. You got the ball-headed guy. You got Kobe. Give me the other 6'6" guard. You got to go back to Oscar Robertson or something like that. Anyway, 6'4", 6'9", 9'5", 8'3", 8'9". You know, it depends on what you mean by that. Everybody knows that big guys. I mean, that's not a debate. We know the best players are the big guys. We know that. Hey, what's good, Juan?
What's good, bro?
How you feeling? Hey, man. Yo, we having a great conversation, man. Where you want to go tonight?
Yeah, when you inspire me to call, man, sometimes it'll be like, I ain't got time to call, but you know what? I gotta make time for the man. You know what I mean?
I appreciate that.
And dog, it is true that if Jalen Brunson was taller,
he would get more of he would be like called like, oh, he's the greatest. We really should be nothing like this. But we haven't seen much like this from a guy who relies less on his athletic ability. Of course, I hate when people say, oh, he's not athletic. I'm like, you're in basketball. Like, he's an athlete.
He's an athlete.
I don't understand that one. Right. But he's not he can't jump out the gym, but he has like such skill that it overcomes what he lacks in some athleticism. So this is stuff we really haven't seen.
But one, he has good speed. He ain't slow at all.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think too, it's like his personality plus his height doesn't give him the respect that he deserves. We saw this with Duncan too, right? He wasn't like as outspoken, more reserved. They're probably more introverts. So, you still see his personality on the podcast. It just doesn't make sense to me, though, because it shouldn't matter if your skill. And in all honesty, 6'2" is like, yeah, of course he's a giant amongst bigger giants. Because 6'2" or 6'1", whatever he is, I mean you're the 1% of humans. Like, the average male height is 5'9".
Right.
Yeah, like the average male height is 5'9", for women is 5'4". Like, so he's 1%. Yeah. So they want to applaud 1% of the 1%. Like, what do we?
Right, I got you.
Still, like, it's still impressive. He should be getting more praise because he's doing it at a shorter height, I would think, right?
That's the point. Why isn't he getting the props?
That's crazy to me. I think it has more to do too, because we did see a lot of praise for Steph, even though he wasn't the short.
He wasn't the
like
best
6'3".
But Steph was never the best though. Juan. No, they ain't same height. He's 6'2". Steph is 6'2" according to the listing. But he never was the best in the world. Steph was never the best in the world. Never.
That's true.
To them, I'm saying to them.
To them, I don't know. I could say there was a couple years where you could argue he was the best in the world, but that's a different conversation.
LeBron? They're not putting him over LeBron.
Oh, of course not. But
10 seconds.
It wasn't, but trust me, they was not doing it.
I might have to drop the 5 because this one is not enough time.
Well, if you're ready, man, whatever you want to do, I'm here, man.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna drop the 5 because I'm kind of triggered. Yeah, but no, it's I think it's his play style. He's not like John Morant. So like I think if he had those jump out the gym and he still was doing what he was doing, but like most of like guys who win the most don't always have the most athletic. Like they're not like. Like the skills plus athleticism is what gets you the chips. That's what I've seen anyway.
Bingo, man. Hey, yo, Juan, great call. Great to hear from you, my brother. All right.
Oh, yeah, you already know.
Just to let you know, man, we got the bracket channel. We got some members stuff coming up, man. So you might want to be around, my brother.
I don't know what that's about. I gotta check it out. That's on the was that on the site or the Discord?
Yeah, well, no, it'll be through the channel membership, but I'm waiting for more, the teams to start filling up before we do it. Because I don't want to do the bracket challenge now and then bombshell, this person gets traded. So I'd rather us wait for most of the moves to get done.
Yeah, I'm probably probably hit the 5 because I wanted to talk about a couple other things you guys are going over. Yeah,
no doubt, man. I'm here when you're ready. I'm here.
Right. I bet.
Oh, that's my man, Juan. Continue smashing that like button. I think we raised some great points. But yeah, you can't tell me that they said Steph was the best. They were making excuses for LeBron. Oh, he has KD. You forgot? So y'all forgot. And by the way, it wasn't Steph. It was KD. KD was the one they were saying that was the best. And we all knew that was Steph's team. But they were pushing KD. They never pushed Steph as the best. It never happened. Anybody who's saying that, they telling revisionist history. No, the facts is Steph was great. We all love Steph. But they had excuses for LeBron. Oh man, it was the greatest team ever assembled. It definitely was one of the greatest teams ever assembled, right? But at the same time, Steph was never considered the best. 100%. Never happened. Marquis said Magic Johnson. I said 6'6" though. You know, I said 6'6", but okay. Penny Hardaway never won a championship, Marquis. But Magic Johnson, if you want to throw him in there, I guess you could. He technically, I wouldn't count him only because I was more so talking about the 6'6", the tall guard. I mean, Magic played point guard, but I guess if you want to use Magic, you could. You know, I feel like using Magic as a guard is like using, like for the example that oh no, hold on, whoa. Nope, hold on, you almost got me. You can't use Magic. Kareem was the man, y'all. Don't forget about Kareem. You can't forget about Kareem. Magic might have became the man like for the last 2 championships because Kareem was on his last legs. But them early 80s joints, Kareem was the man. Kareem was the number one. But hold on. Let me just say this. If you want to use Magic Johnson, then I could use Tony Parker. I'm just saying. If you can use Magic Johnson, then I could use Tony Parker. I'm telling you, if you want to take the small guard fade versus the big guard fade, I'm telling you, it's not going to be as easy as you think it is. Especially if you start using names like Magic Johnson. That's just going to open up the floodgates for me. But we talking about championships. And by the way, if you are a channel member, we got in the Discord server, we do have the NBA section. So if you want to have a debate or a conversation with me, all you have to do is hit the Discord server. By the way, speaking of that, because salute to the channel members, they always get on me because I never really promote the channel membership like that. But bam, you should join. Listen, if you've been rocking me for a minute, you should strongly consider joining OKF Nation. All right, we got the 2 packages. We got the OKF Nation, and we got the OKF Nation Plus. All right. I mean, the membership comes with a lot. We got the Knicks Tape Madness Discord server. That's fire, 24/7 chat. We always in there talking hoops all day, every day, summertime, during games, after game. I mean, the Knicks Tape Madness Discord server is the place to be. Of course, we also have way more than just the Discord server. We got the members only Sundays, right? We got the op watch parties. We got the fantasy league that we're getting ready to do. We got the bracket challenge that we're getting ready to do. I mean, the membership comes with a lot. I mean, early access to content, questions in the interview. It comes with a lot. You know, the membership comes with so much that I can't even tell you all of the things that come inside the membership. It's like you have to be there to experience it. Plus the channel members, I take a lot of feedback and suggestions from them. So we always have new things going on. So if you want to join OKF Nation, that's how you get inside the Discord server. And that's how you get a part of some of these other challenges that we have up and coming. And salute to OKF Nation. By the way, we got to continue getting the likes up. I looked at the like. What's going on with the likes today, man? We got to get the likes up. What are we doing? All right. I do got more calls, but I need you guys to do y'all part and smash that like button. It's very important to the algorithm. All right. That's why I say it repeatedly, because it helps you let YouTube know that this is where we are. All right. You have to continue smashing that like button. All right. Very important. Do appreciate you guys. If you're feeling the show, show us by smashing that like button, man. It's the one thing you could do to help the channel that costs you nothing. All right? Yeah, we definitely don't have enough likes. Sometimes, listen, when you guys get the likes up, sometimes I spontaneously start giving stuff out. All right? And, yeah, man, you know, all you have to do is smash that like button. Hey, salute to you, Zach. That was you who copped it. I appreciate that, Zach. Appreciate the support, man. To all of the people who purchased a copy of the 82 Nights, man, I guarantee you you're going to like it. You know, it's going to be a game changer. You know, it's going to impact the way you watch the season. I guarantee it. You know, and this is what we do every year. You know, I go back. I remember one time I referenced the conversation I was having with my man Tugboat, and I was like, yo, you know, he was asking the question about Hacker Mitch. I couldn't remember. He said, did the Thunder hacker Mitch? I said, I don't know. Let me go to the 82 nights and check. Boop, boop, boop. Lo and behold, boop, 82 nights, hacker Mitch. Because I keep track of that, right? Certain things I keep track of. And I'm just telling you, it's going to change the way you observe basketball, right? All for the better. But continue smashing that like button. Ooh, okay. I like that question. That's a great question, J-Tap. By the way, the OG Anunoby sketchy giveaway is sponsored by my man J-Tap Mob. And he says, does everyone qualify for the OGs? Technically, everyone who's a subscriber. But remember, J-Tap, you got to be in the building, J-Tap. They have to be in the building. So, yes, they can qualify. They have to be subscribed. But will they be in the runnings to actually win the prize? So, remember that facet, J-Tap. Great question. So, yes, technically, all right, everyone can qualify, but everyone won't win because you, one, have to be a subscriber, and two, you have to make sure you're there when the show starts. So continue smashing that like button, though, J-Tap. Great question and great segue to the OG Anunoby giveaway. All right, let's keep getting those likes up. I thought I had the commercial on here. I don't. It's cool. I'm gonna add it for next time. It's all good. I got the game night video. That's what it was. All right. But yeah, if you're curious about the OG Anunoby sketches giveaway, right now, all you have to do is subscribe and tune into the shows. Hey, you do those, you got a chance to win. That's all I'm going to say. All right. But thank you once again, J-Tap. You the best, man. I do have more calls. Let me take care of that while y'all take care of the like button. (646-995-8389).
Hello.
Hey, what's going on? Mr. Williams, Queens in the building. How you feeling?
I'm good, my brother, but I appreciate you hitting me back. Listen, I got a question and a comment. Let me hit the comment first.
Okay.
I believe that the Snoopy, Charlie Brown trying to kick the ball, goalpost movement that they do on Jalen Brunson is a direct result of Jalen Brunson blatantly embarrassing everybody. And here's why I say this.
I like that.
He's consistently been consistent at embarrassing media. Number one, how you win two college player of the years, it goes back to high school. You win two college chips. You come to the league, right? You're drafted in the second round. I don't know anybody else that really happens to, that you get that kind of disrespected with that kind of preceding resume. Then you sit for a minute under a coach that's really built for point guards, Kidd and Carlisle. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, brother, but was his coming out party not necessarily when Luka got hurt? It's when he gave Spider Mitchell the business in the playoffs the first time and never stopped.
Never stopped.
He did that in a medium market. Comes to New York, does it in a major market. Says nothing, doesn't take the bait, keeps the answers appropriate, always articulate, shows a little bit of motion, cuts it short and gets back to work. He is the antithesis of everything that the league is trying to angle. He's not on beer commercials. He's not He didn't wild out when they won. He didn't do the Alvarado and tell folk he slept in a junkyard the night before.
Right.
He consistently comes one way. And every time they go to move the goalpost, he moves with the goalpost. So he still makes the kick. Does it in prime time, does it in no time, gym empty, gym packed, MSG network, on the radio, ESPN, Netflix, Hulu, wherever. At the rucker, waving to the folks, keeps it humble. No, he does the Denzel. Denzel says, you want to stay out of that Hollywood trouble? You leave 30 minutes before the party's over and you're not in the tabloids. That's Jalen Brunson. That's Jalen Brunson. So he is the ant, and that's me keeping it a buck without even trying to play the race card, and we not going in tonight, right? The brother keeps it real and consistently gets the job done with no fanfare. No, that's number one. So that's my comment. My question, we talk about, is this the year a Knicks gonna have a dominant season? So I ask you, brother, is it not dominance when you repetitively walk other teams down from double-digit losing margins? I don't mean you came back from 10 once. I mean on the biggest stages, 29, 25, 23, 17. You walk teams down repetitively, nightly. Go in your 82 nights book. I know you got you got about a half a dozen to a dozen walk downs in there. So is that 100%. Not dominance? That I walked you down nightly on public TV? I digress, brother. Thank you for calling me back. I hit you again.
Hey, listen, this is a fire call. You need to call more, man. I appreciate that. Using big words. People got to go to the dictionary, man. I appreciate that. Real talk.
I will, brother. I will.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, family.
Right. Hey, I'm going to answer his question. He talks about the dominance, and that's my fight, because people are looking at, and I told Cleo's son this, salute to Cleo. Don't call me Cleo, call me Chant. And when she put her son on the line, that you're grading us against teams who won more regular season games. But why are we valuing the season that matters less over the result in the playoffs? That's the fight that I'm fighting every single day. And the thing about it is, we're so caught up in what the media tells us is the right thing. So when the media doesn't give this team the green light, subconsciously, we begin to follow that narrative, whether we call it whatever we want to call it, the networks, the disparaging names, whatever y'all want to say. But they still got the brainwash effect on y'all. So when we say certain things like to some of y'all, it may sound like a complete shot when we say Jalen Brunson is the best in the world. How could he be the best in the world? You see, because those guys on the network didn't say it, you can't believe it. But this is why we do what we do over here in OKF Nation, man. I'm always going to keep it real. I'm always going to debunk the narratives when they don't get it right. And sometimes they just don't get it right. And that's part of the problem. So this is why we have to address it. But the Knicks are a dominant team. But the question is different, Mr. Williams. The question is, will we care enough to take every single game and play like it's a playoff game to try to get 60 wins? That's the question. I don't think it's going to require that, though, because I think if the Knicks are just focused and play their game, they'll win 60 games. Like, it ain't hard for the Knicks to win 60 games if they're focused to win 60 games. But if guys are taking nights off, we start load managing certain guys like we did Mitch last year, you're going to lose games that you probably would have won. So I just say it's based on what the Knicks want, right? Not what we want, what they want. But one thing we do know, like Mr. Williams said, when it gets time for the playoffs, you already know we taking it up a whole nother notch. And that's where I believe we are as a franchise. And I'm happy to see this continue. So hold on, I got a call back from Tubbo, and I got my man Juan. I got you, Juan. And I'm gonna get Mr. Williams back on the line after Juan, because Juan sent in his as well. He said he needed more time. And I'm gonna call back Mr. Williams as well. Continue smashing that like button if you're feeling the show and you hadn't done it already. We have to continue to get the likes up. It's very important. All right. See if Juan answers the line. Hopefully you can, Juan. If not, I'm gonna come back.
Yep.
Okay, you there. Okay, cool. I know you said you needed more time.
Yeah, because there was the other thing I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about the whole thing that Tatum's dad said we gonna repeat.
Yes.
I was like, oh, okay.
That was wild. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't expect that. I really didn't.
Anybody expected that?
Yeah, that was wild, man. What's your thoughts on it?
I think he's. So I think somebody said he was a championship coach for the Australian league. So I would guess he knows a thing or two. So and he's not being biased because his son plays for the Celtics. And I also see he probably saw the moves that the Celtics make. He's like, the Celtics ain't going nowhere. Like, what are we doing? So, and I think he might be seeing the things that I've been seeing, where Andre Drummond, he taking his health seriously, he's slimming down. We've seen Jose Alvarado out there in the training on off season. He's training. Now he's not even in training camp training. He's training by himself out there with his trainer. Like, these guys are like serious, and I think the Knicks have built a culture, and a salute to Tibbs for starting it, and what's his name, Mike Brown, for taking it home. Uh-oh. Hello?
Sorry, I'm here. I'm sorry, I was talking. You couldn't hear me. I was on mute. The crazy part about it is, would you do that for? Are you a dad?
No, I'm not a dad, but I don't think I would.
All right.
Even if I felt that way, I wouldn't share that out loud.
Right. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, because I got a son and a daughter. So, me personally, I'm not. There's no way I'm not picking my kid, right?
Right.
To win. Like, whether if I feel that way or not, I'm a lie. Sorry for my kids.
Exactly.
I'm doing that. Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. I'm not doing that for the Knicks or nobody else, but for my kids, yes.
Yeah, so that's one of the things I wanted to talk about. I mean, have you seen the training that Jose is doing out there? He's being serious. He had his fun. He's like, all right, time to get back to work. I'm like, I like that. I like that. Andre Drummond, get into shape. I like that. We have a culture now. Like, this is great, man. This is what winning teams do. Like,
did you hear about the story I shared with you guys where Jalen Brunson went to the middle school and was working out with one hand? Making jump shots with one hand.
Yeah.
So Brunson getting in it too. You better believe it.
Yeah. So I like what I'm seeing. Like, it's something we've been dying to see, thirsted for. Like, about time we got something like this. But it has to do with the captain. And I think one more thing, I think somebody said it too, because I've noticed this with Jokic too. He's another one where his personality is not like out there, and also he was like a late second round pick, so nobody expected him to be the man out the gate, and he wasn't until later. Same thing with Brunson. I think that's part of it too. Like, I think,
I said it's the same concept, probably even worse than Brunson. He wasn't known more. Well, I think Brunson was known more, but just doubted. Whereas Jokic, nobody really knew him.
Yeah, he was in Serbia, so he was out there in Europe. Nobody really know what the heck. What's a Serbian like? I don't think people knew what a Serbian was until they got there.
Right, because it's not too much that come out of there, but he was special, man. If you did watch him though, they knew something because he was putting in work. I'm telling you, they had the world game. You know how they do the high school Americas versus the world? He played with
Right,
Murray in that game, and they were picking and popping. He looked all right in that game. I just so happened to watch it. It was random, but yeah, nonetheless.
Now he has DeRozan. I'm mad about that, bro. DeRozan, come on.
Well, you know, losing Peyton Watson, you know, when you start losing people and pieces, and they still got to lose more pieces because they got to get under the second apron. How are these teams still ranked so highly? Like, imagine if the Knicks would have lost a starter. Could you imagine if the Knicks would have lost a starter and Mitchell Robinson? How much further you think they would have dropped us?
Oh, please. I'd be surprised they had us top 10.
But the Thunder could stay number one.
Number one? Yeah, they lost 2 big pieces, too. It wasn't like...
3.
Oh, yeah.
Joe, Wiggins,
Joe?
And Dort.
Dort, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So,
and who's going to score on the
still
Hawks?
number one.
Speaking of
Just
Dort,
saying.
who the heck is going to score on the Hawks? Like, what?
Who's going to score? Oh, well, yeah, they got he's a hack, but, you know, they got the Dyson Daniels, Dort. They got some defenders, you know. They clearly want to prioritize that.
Yeah, I think the Knicks will repeat just because the players themselves are taking things seriously, and I don't know. I may pay attention more to the Knicks than any team, so I don't know if there's any other players working as hard. Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to talk about. When Budden gave talk about he's way better than Luka. I think at this point he is better than Luka. Like Luka got there, but Brunson brought it home. And,
Bingo.
And injured.
Against
like they
the
both
Wemby.
were hurt. So
against Wemby, the world's greatest player, right? They see how they was bigging up Wemby.
Yeah.
So
So
really
I mean,
impressive.
and if you want to think about it, because that Celtics team, I think you'll probably in the same level the Spurs, right?
I mean, it depends on. I mean, you know, they were hyping Wemby like he's the greatest thing ever. They got him as the best in the league already. So based on the hype, is all I'm saying. Because Tatum was never the best in the world ever.
Oh, that's true. They didn't have, that's true.
You know, you feel what I'm saying? It's just I don't know, man. It's just bias. You know, if they like you, you're part of what they want. They're gonna push you. But if you don't fit the mold, they're gonna create all these excuses to put you down, or just make sure you're not ranked that high.
You gotta have a certain look, the height. I think Brunson is the perfect guy. I don't know what you more want from a guy. Like I don't understand. Like you make this dirty player the face of your league. Like I don't understand.
They want him to be a 6'6" point guard. That's it. That's all they want. They want if you're not 6'6", you're not 6'7", or if you don't jump and fly, because people don't really talk about Morant's size like that. I think it's because he jumps out the gym.
Yeah, that's what I was saying before. Like they're like, oh, Ja Morant. And you're like, but like, what has he done? He didn't do I don't understand. I thought it was about promoting winners. I guess Jordan, the reason he got the ball-headed guy, he got I'm gonna call him the same thing you do.
Ball-headed guy to Chicago. Let's go.
He was 6'6", and he did jump out the gym, and he had to look at the whole package. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, he's different. No, but he's different though. As much as I don't like him, that man. I mean, because his layup package, you know, he doing reverses. He's spinning on 2 guys. You know, he going up and under when he don't got no reason to. You know, it's just crazy.
Right. Right. I don't know.
But I appreciate you, Juan, man. If you got it all out, any other things you want to say on the way out?
Nah, that was everything. You know, I think that the just what I'm seeing from the Knicks, I just think that they're doing things that other teams don't do, and that's what champions do and repeat champions do. You know, so Knicks 2027.
Man, it's gonna be epic. Yeah, this is gonna be a fire season. Thank you, Juan. Big time salute.
All right, peace.
All right, it's my man Juan in Carolina, man. Some good calls tonight, man. Everybody was cooking. You know, cooking to the point where Tugboat He wants to get my man Mr. Williams back up in here. You know, and by the way, just so I could, I mostly don't, because sometimes I assume that you guys know the rules, but I gotta remember that we always have new people here. So these are the rules, all right? You could always call back yourself, or you could refer someone to call back via Cash App, Super Chat, whatever you prefer. So this is what Juan chose to do to get back. And also, Tugboat is requesting a call back for Mr. Williams. So just to let you know some more rules. So if you ever hear someone you like, you want to hear more from them, this is what you can do. So I'm calling back Mr. Williams now. Hello, sir.
Greetings. What's good? What's good, family?
The chat said they needed an encore. You were amazing. They wanted you to build some more.
Yo, I know I'm the new guy here, so I ain't trying to make no waves, but I had to call and
no, make the waves.
Speak
make
my
the
truth.
Waves.
I had to call and speak my truth, and I love your show, brother. So, and the community and the community here. So yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah, this is what we're here for, man. I mean, do you want to touch on another topic? We talked about the dominance and we talked about the Knicks and their run. Do you want to talk about Jason Tatum's dad? Do you want to talk about the Luka conversation? Is there any other topic you would like to harp on?
Well, you know what? Let me hit them both real quick. Bang them out.
Go ahead.
All right.
Do your thing.
First of all, number one, let me address the ball guy. So,
Okay.
and not BALL as from the Dad's podcast. You know who
Right.
you know who I'm referring to.
I know exactly who you're referring to.
I don't know everybody's ages. All right, I'm 53. Right? I'm old enough to have been in the right mind. Wasn't playing with Matchbox cars. I'm old enough to remember a dude named Len Bias.
Ooh.
And had Lenny Bias not died, right? May he be resting. Had he not passed away, in my opinion, you may have been looking at the ball guy the way we look at Pat Ewing. You know, we look at Pat as the only thing that kept Pat from the chip was the ball guy.
Yeah.
I believe that had Len Bias not died, I'm not saying the ball guy wouldn't have been as dominant, but I'm saying, and I'm not talking apples to oranges. I saw Lenny play. So I'm talking apples to apples. I'm just saying, when we speak of the ball guy, somebody somewhere, objectively speaking, I digress, needs to remind folks that there's one guy who never made it to be here with us who might have cooked the stew a little different. But moving forward, number one.
Good point.
Number one, let's talk Jason Tatum. I got a great respect for Dad for keeping it a buck. Because if you got to do more than listen to it. You got to listen to it, possibly watch it. If you understand the body language, his body language says, I know stuff that the average person don't know. I know that they're not giving my son the tools to cook the way he's designed to cook. As nice as my son is, they've always kind of played my son almost as a 1B to Brown's 1A.
Yep.
Right? Their play styles are different. Right? So if you put, I mean, there are many players through the series of time I could compare in body style and game type to a Jason Tatum. And I think that Jason Tatum, again, under the certain setup of under the certain roster construction, could be what Jaylen Brown was put in a spot to be. But Dad's just calling an ace and a spade a spade.
Right. Yeah, get
right?
real.
Right? You know, everybody's baby is cute to them. Dad's just saying, hey, look, I'm going to keep it a buck. This is what it is. Right? So I think that we're you know, I expect the dad to stand up and support their son. But at the end of the day, bruh, that stand-up support stuff got nothing to do with the 82 and potentially the, you know, X amount of games, the 4 more series that you're trying to win, right? So Dad kept it a buck, and I have to salute that man for keeping it a buck. That's number 2. Number 3, as long as you give me another minute to hit this one, let's hit Luka.
Do your thing.
Let's hit Luka. Let's hit Luka. The fact that Luka came late to the Jalen Brunson work ethic party. Had Luka came out from the jump and came with the same type of hunger. Now, I know I was never there to see the man work out, but my guy, if you showing up looking like Mo from The Simpsons who's burping as he leaves the bar, right? I don't care. I don't care how you did it. I don't care I don't care how nice you are, my dude. The 6-pack of beer every night is going to catch up to you. This ain't baseball where you can be a designated hitter. This ain't that. They're not paying you to be that. The hype behind you isn't that for multiple reasons. Again, we're not going to touch those social issues, right? There's so much that you need to achieve too that you've not aspired to in the manner in which you have. Now you read reports that he wasn't taking tutelage from LeBron. Again, Luka has had players that Brunson has never had. There is no generational talents that Brunson has made himself a generational talent. Right? Luka got to cheat, but not by his fault. If you playing grown men and NBA washouts and dudes in the European League, right? If that's that's not who was in the playgrounds when we was playing, right? You may have played against your peers. So you got your rocks off against dudes who were not your peers. Now you're here with your peers, and you come out of shape. You don't wait till the middle of the season to get in shape. You got injury problems. They didn't want that smoke. I wish I could say Jalen Brunson played with a Kyrie, but that ain't happening. So he never did. So again, Jalen has made 5-star cooking show, Zagat magazine meals from everything from the soup pantry. Where Luka came in cooking with the freshest, organically grown, farm-raised, and sustainable items, and ended up with beef patties from Tower Island on Atlantic. That's what he's done. That's what he's done. If I'm wrong, please, my brother, correct me. But he's not done the same amount with the same amount. We talk more about what Jalen Brunson did under the breath and subtly in that series where the Mavericks beat Utah. And where Jalen took and has been taking Spider Mitchell's lunch. That dude ain't a spider. That dude is he's some other insect, but it ain't a spider. At least not when he played against Jalen Brunson. Tell me who Luka has done that to, and it's expected for Luka to be that way. And when has he does it? It isn't just what you do; it's when you do it. When do you show up? Everybody's at your crib when the bills is paid, the fridge is full, and the game is on an 86-inch TV. Ain't nobody at your crib when we're sticking our hand in Cheerios, watching on the 19-inch black and white with the pliers in for turn the channel and the coat hanger on the top. I come from that. I'm a Knicks fan. I'm a Knicks fan from Bill Cartwright, Kim Bannister, and Rory Sparrow. Right, I go back to that. So you're not going to tell me that Luka is not in a Jalen Brunson echelon, and since Jalen Brunson remains unassuming with it, that's why people think that for us to say Jalen is better than Luka is blasphemy, when in reality it's the very reason why it's not.
Man, hey, Mr. Williams, man, you got to call all the time, man. You on fire right now, man. Thank you for the breakdown. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, you cooked, man. You cooked.
Brother, I'm humble for the callback. And tell Tugboat I appreciate him, family. Like I'm humble for the callback, brothers.
No doubt. Have a great night. All right. Hey, yo, y'all got what you wanted. The encore. That brother was cooking, man. He's right about Luka, though, in terms of, Luka had Brunson. Luka had everybody. Luka's resume of talent he's played with, off the charts. And to not win a championship, he's full of excuses. But when you look at Jalen Brunson, there is no excuse. That's the difference. There is no, well, he's 6'2". See, y'all tried to put that on Brunson. The 6'2" never stopped him. It never stopped them from getting the 2 national championships. It never stopped them from getting that championship in high school. And it definitely did not stop them in the NBA on the team of destiny, 25-26 Knicks. Yo, J-Tap said, I'm never calling it again. Oh, man. Hey, man. Fire. It's going to be hard to follow that call, but I do got somebody who could definitely follow that call. See if my man Lopez is available. Uh-oh, Lopez. What's going on, my brother?
What's going on?
Hey, the mic is on fire tonight, man. But I know you somebody who definitely could follow it up. So I'm curious to see where you want to go.
It's going to be a tough act to follow. Give that brother his flowers. He was cooking tonight, man. That was tenderism right off the bone. But what I wanted to say is that as far as this JB Luka thing, right?
Yeah.
JB had to get it out the mud, okay? And every time he got out the mud, people was like, yeah, okay, that's a fluke, right? Ever since he came to the Knicks, most NBA points scored in the playoffs, most NBA wins, all right? That's not SGA, that's not Joker, that's not Luka. I mean, I can't say Wemby because he wasn't here all of those years, but all those other players, all those other players was in the playoffs all them same years JB was here in New York, and they didn't do what he did.
Nope.
All right, JB don't get the calls. JB got hurt last year because Luka fouled him. He twisted. If you watch the replay, he twisted on Luka's ankle, and then somebody else got called for the foul near the bucket. Luka get the benefit, and I'm not saying that okay, the refs can't miss a call, but I just see that there is definitely an intention on the NBA's part to make sure these foreign-born players are held in a much higher esteem. Because we need to get that money, that overseas money. You know what I'm saying? The NBA product
make them the big star like Wemby.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Listen, viewership has been down. People have been calling the game abysmal. Until and not Knicks, because we play the game for real, but the rest of the league is really a bad watch. It's gotten better. And I think with these anti-tanking rules, it's definitely going to help the product. But let's not act like, them foreign-born players is not bringing us a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? So we have to, we can't have, back in like the 80s and 90s when guys was coming over here and it was nice over there. But when things was a little bit more, when they were, I don't want to say the NBA is doing anything nefarious, but this is all marketing. JB don't get the calls, and if he got the calls that he's supposed to get, we all can see, right? We all can watch basketball with our own eyes, and see who passed the eye test. That man could average 30. The same way that SGA can get phantom foul calls and average 30 because of that, JB can average 30 for actually really putting in the work. So I'm not saying these players aren't good, but I think a certain degree of their greatness is really marketing. It's like they wanted, like they was trying to make Wemby the face of the league already. He's defensive 100%. Player of the year, but he got cooked. How was a defensive player of the year getting cooked in the finals?
Thank you. And also, how is he the top of the list? How is he over Jokic on the best big man? Like, you see what I'm like? It's crazy.
I mean, say, what have you done for me lately? That means Cat should be on top of that list. That means as far as big men, as far as this conversation about Luka, you haven't done nothing.
Thank you.
You haven't done nothing.
You went to the finals.
JB,
you didn't win it.
You got cooked in the finals. Joe Button. This is the best. Oh, shout out to Joe Button. The best take he ever had. He even was like, yo, son was a cone out there. Son was a cone out there. When JB got cooked on defense, he went and worked on his defense. No, he's not the best defender. But who was cooking him? Was Castle cooking him?
None of them.
Was Fox cooking them?
And remember too, like defense is multiple facets.
Like none of these dudes. It's a team effort, but it's also your effort. This is all. It's all about effort. You can't teach defense. You have to want to play defense, right? 100%. So you can't give somebody a form. You can give somebody a form to hit a jump shot. You can't give them a form for defense. It's either in you to do it or not in you to do it. And that's what shows you where he's the captain. Because he says that part of my game needed to be leveled up. I'm going to work on that. That's what a captain does. He leads by example. He's not
100%.
out there flashy. He's not rah, rah, rah. And that's probably why he don't get the respect. But if he's putting up the numbers, if these are irrefutable, how is he not even considered, top 3 and not number 2 or 3? Anyway, as always, Knicks in 5.
Thank you, Lopez, man. Knicks in 5, man. I appreciate you. I told you you're going to be able to follow that call. Big time salute.
All right.
All right. Salute to my man Lopez. I do agree with the international push, from a marketing perspective of the international guys. But what does that have to do with Jalen Brunson? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Jalen Brunson is listen, man, line him up. I take the fade, man. Jalen Brunson is better than your favorite player, whoever you want to put, whether it be Wemby, you could put SGA there, because I'm just letting you know right now, when you come to the debate with the regular season stats, oh boy, you're going to get cooked, because I thought that the postseason is what mattered. So when you come with your regular season stats, oh man, he had the most clutch points in the regular. We talking about the regular season. We champions here, aren't we? What did we do in our championship runs? How about that? Let's talk about that. What did we do in the championship run? Salute to the chat, man. Y'all, the chat is lit, man. I be trying to stay out of there because y'all be doing y'all thing, man. But look, man, I do appreciate y'all. Definitely, if you hadn't done it, smash that like button, all right? On the way out. We got the OG Anunoby sneaker giveaway. You got to make sure you're in the building. You have to. Because if you don't, you're going to miss out on the prize. But look, I'm going to be back tomorrow with the Blue and Orange Brunch. And until next time, as always, let's go Knicks.